court work program fees. Your total's $890. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 90 days. You have 21 days to appeal and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal if you cannot afford them. You understand that?
Yes.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Does he have all of this to pay?
I'm sure he probably would need some time to make payments, Bill.
How much do you have today?
With Judge McNally for a bit.
This is the time and date sentencing.
Your name, sir?
Read anything.
All right, I want to make sure, first of all, have you had a chance to review, he pled, by the way, to this, under height at a window peeping,
That's correct.
and, he was to go to AANA twice a week. Have you
Yeah.
seen that form?
10 visits.
He's been doing that? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Should I submit this to your clerk for copy?
No, that's all right. I trust you. He's gonna need to keep that, okay?
Well, he's been doing really well on that.
Good.
Very seriously. Whenever you're ready, I can address the PSI.
Yeah, have you had a chance to review the report?
I already did. We looked it over this morning. I went over it with my client. The only real issue is that we had, seems to me like outpatient counseling is a bit extreme. If he's testing twice a week, he's been clean, he's been following the court's recommendation and order. As far as AA goes, maybe if the court was inclined to entertain that particular element, that if he tested positive, maybe that it could trigger outpatient. Because he expressed to me this
Well, I
morning.
mean, I think their concern is, he had THC in his system. He acknowledged he was using marijuana and he had 10 beers and now he's going in the backyard of somebody's house and window peeping. I mean, I don't think it's that extreme, but I get.
Right out of the gate, this case sounds minor, but don't be fooled. Peeping offenses can escalate fast depending on intent and circumstances. The real question here is this just a bad decision or a deeper behavioral issue the court is trying to control? Watch closely, because sentencing is where judges reveal what they really think about a defendant.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, and I think that's a very valid point, and I think that's something that he expressed to me this morning was that, I think he's relieved that this ended where it did, and it didn't result in something more extreme. I mean, people get shot for stuff like that. And that was something that he expressed to me was that, in the grand scheme of things, the severity of it was probably as minimal as it could be. But Judge, yes, I would say that, given the fact that going to 2 AA sessions per week and has, weekly or bi-weekly testing, whatever the court would order on that. If he did test positive and he's quit smoking marijuana for the most part, I think. If he tested positive for alcohol or drugs, any illegal drugs at any point in time, then at that point in time, couldn't that trigger an outpatient program?
Okay. That's your argument.
Yes.
I got it. Anything else? Either one of you?
Read you everything?
I just want to say that was a dumb mistake, and I'm glad it turned out the way it did. Could have been a lot worse.
And you went over and got fingerprinted, right?
Yeah, I did. Right after the last court date.
By the way, I just need to ask, is there a Tyler or Brooklyn Wilson here?
Drop the stuff.
All right, I'm going to take this under the Vehicle Training Act as agreed upon. That's what you guys agreed upon. I'll do that. 15 months probation. You cannot leave.
This is a huge moment. The defense is basically saying, yes, it was bad, but it could have been way worse. And honestly, that's true. Situations like this can turn deadly fast. But here's the twist. Does acknowledging the danger reduce the punishment or actually justify stricter control? What do you think the judge is about to do? Go easier or double down?
The state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal controlled substances. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. You're just kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs, bi-weekly for 4 months. If you're clean, I'll then make it monthly. No contact with Brooklyn Wilson or her family members. No contact with her or her family members. You're not to enter the property or go near the property address of 19116 Hyde Park Court in the city of Woodhaven. I'm going to order 4 days jail. I'm going to let you serve those as follows. 3 days on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that for a total of $105. And 1 day or 8 hours of community service, which you have to complete in this case by March the 20th. I am going to order that you continue attending AANA twice a week in person until you're in outpatient treatment. I'm going to order outpatient treatment as well. We're to attend that and complete that. Fines. So you understand the sentence so far?
Yes.
Fines are 100, costs are 275, victims' right fee, $50 justice assessment, 4 and border, screening fee, 60 for 485. Probation fees are 300 for 785 plus your court work program fees. Your total's 890. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 90 days. You have 21 days to appeal and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal if you cannot afford them. You understand that?
Yes.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Does he have all of this to pay?
I'm sure he probably would need some time to make payments, Bill.
How much do you have today?
I didn't want to pay it all the time.
I didn't ask you that. How much do you have to pay?
I can pay 100. I can pay 100.
$100 now, 75 a week, you can do that, right?
Yeah.
75 per week, I'll give you a little bit of leeway, or give you a little bit of a head start, so to speak. So I won't have you pay this until February the 27th, and you'll meet with probation. And if you ever don't have the money, you call the clerk and on Zoom, I'll give you an extension, okay? Honor before the duty. Good luck. Thanks, counsel. Lori gave